Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Dion and as you can see from the title, today I'm going to be discussing my ins and outs for fashion of 2025. If you are an old subscriber, you may not recognize where I am. I'm actually in my childhood bedroom. It did not look like this when I was a child, but I'm home in Miami for Christmas and wanted to get this video out for y'all. Basically, I'm just going to be going through what I think is going to be trendy or what is trendy for me for 2025 and what I will be leaving behind. Now, obviously, this is my opinion, duh, and it doesn't have to be your opinion. If the things that I'm saying are out, are in for you, go for it. I don't really believe in like fashion trends and ins and outs and bop and flops like in general, like wear what you want, wear what you think is trendy, wear what makes you feel cool. But these are just things that I'm saying. And I probably will be hypocritical about some of them. Maybe you'll even see some of my outs being worn by yours truly in 2025 because people change. So if you like fashion commentary and sustainable fashion in general, then definitely make sure to subscribe to this channel because I post videos every Thursday. And with that, let's get into it. If you watch my luxury wish list, you might know that I am really into ugly shoes. And I think more and more the ugly shoe trend is going to get stronger in 2025. Started in like 2019, 2020 with like the Fila Dino Stompers, the Mischief boots. Then we got more and more into like the Prada sneakers, the Simone Rocha sneakers, the Tabbies. I love Tabbies. I love the Simone Rocha trainers. And I just think funkier, like ugly for lack of a better word, shoes are going to be very in for 2025. On the other end of the spectrum, uncomfortable shoes are completely out for 2025. I started this in 2024 and I'm done. If I can't walk miles in you, you're out. You don't belong in my closet. I don't want you here. You're not welcome. Things like point toe, stilettos, like ugly, like plasticky shoes, I'm just not doing it anymore. So if you catch me in orthopedic shoes, in a sensible heel, in some sensible flats, mind your business. This next trend that I think is going to be in, I know a lot of trend forecasters have already mentioned, but it's boho chic. Whether you like it or not, boho chic is coming back. And if you know my summer fashion, I am a halter top maxi skirt girl. I love bohemian fashion or like the boho fashion. I was in it when it was in 2007. I'll be back in it. I'm like, oh, all you clean girls are coming back to bohemian fashion? Welcome back. We've missed you. Isabel Marant and Chloe have been like two of the biggest designers to watch this past season. So I'm so excited for the Chloe boho renaissance. Another in is tall boots. I feel like this past fall and winter for 2024, riding boots and tall boots have been the thing. Not over the knee, but like knee-high calf boots, especially if they're like a go-go boot style or a tall riding boot style. Again, with the bohemian fashion coming back into trend, I feel like fringe boots and white go-go boots will start coming around. And just sort of like more unique boots, granny boots kind of thing. I feel like that is going to be very, very in, though coinciding with the boho chic trend. My next out are ankle boots. Again, wear them if you like them. I've never really liked ankle boots on me. Like back in 2017, the little like ankle booties that everybody had, it's just never been my style. I don't think it's flattering on the leg. I don't mind like above the ankle boots, like a Doc Marten style or even like a lace-up Victoria boot, but like the classic sort of ankle booties of yesteryear are incredibly out for me, and I don't care how many times Kendall Jenner wears them. Another in for me specifically are graphic mesh shirts. I've been really into trying to source a Jean-Paul Gaultier like sheer mesh shirt, and I'm not like a mesh tattoo shirt person in general, but I realized for like when I go out, I just don't have like going out clothes, and it's not like I stay up past 10 o'clock that often anyway, but it would be nice to just feel a little bit cooler when I'm going out. Like I have fancy tops and I have like daytime tops, but I don't have like casual cool nighttime tops. So for me, at least personally, graphic mesh shirts, specifically graphic, not plain mesh shirts. Graphic-y mesh tattoo shirts are a big in, especially for nighttime. On the opposite end of the spectrum, I think daytime mesh is gonna be on the way out. That sort of like 2020, like plain sheer top with like a opaque black bra underneath it. I feel like it's just so tacky. It looks so bad. Like with the graphics, I think it just looks cooler and like purposely disjointed. When you're just wearing like a plain top with a bra underneath, I think it looks so bad and tacky. So I'm hoping we leave that in 2024. Another in that I have is fringe, specifically like Western fringe. I don't mean like flapper fringe or even like sequiny fringe, even though I think that might come around, but like Western fringe or like atypical fringe, like made out of different materials, I think will be very in. Again, it's very boho. I feel like we've been going Western more and more in general lately, especially with like the trad wife thing and the homesteading thing and Cowboy Carter, and I just feel like we're gonna get more Western, more country as we go into 2025. My next out are jean trends. I feel like everybody is getting quite exhausted by the constant flip-flopping between low rise and high rise and wide leg and skinny leg, and it's really like denim is so specific that I just feel like you need to find the denim that works for you. I like flared leg and I like wide leg, and I prefer a mid-rise or high-rise, and I'm not gonna budge on that. Like I will probably never wear skinny jeans again. I don't even like boot cut or like a kick flare. I want a wide bell bottom or I want a wide leg in general. That's just what I think looks good on me. And I feel like people are just getting exhausted by the constant changing of denim trends when denim is such a closet staple, and it should be something that you buy once or twice and it lasts you like a decade. My next in is crochet and knitwear. We are going to be entering a recession, at least in the United States, and so I feel like more handmade items are going to be coming around, or vintagey items, or sort of like granny items. I also feel like people are trying to get more and more sustainable, like take up crafting, so they're going to be knitting and crocheting their own clothes, and this sort of goes with the boho chic trend of DIY commune style clothing. Crochet and knitwear, it like we'll be seeing it more and more and in different ways, like crocheted skirts and like knitted jackets, like weird sort of ways to utilize those art forms. My next out are, I call them cyber swirls, but they're really like the 2020 micro trend swirl. Again, I like the Jean-Paul Gaultier like graphic mesh shirts, but when it translates to this swirl pattern, I think it's been so oversaturated. I know it's been out for a couple of years, but I still feel like people wear it. And I mean, listen, if you want to wear it, that's fine. That's your prerogative. I just feel like there's something so dated about that pattern, and it just automatically looks cheap. Even if it's from like Paloma Wool or House of Sunny, which aren't cheap brands, I just think it looks really bad. This next one will come as no surprise, but I feel like the biggest designer of the year is going to be Chloe. I feel like that fashion house is going to be the biggest fashion house. It's boho. I feel like they really know what they're doing. Vintage archival Chloe and new Chloe. The Chloe Paddington bag has becoming trendy on TikTok and among reseller websites, and I feel like that's going to be the next like coveted bag that fashion girlies try to get, is a Chloe Paddington. So I feel like in general, Chloe is going to be like the brand, which I think is interesting because I feel like Chloe hasn't really been that much in the forefront in the past maybe like 5 or 6 years. So I'm excited that she's making a return because I am definitely a Chloe girl. All right, my next in is maximalist jewelry. Once again, boho, westerny, 70s style. I feel like it's going to be coming back. And we've been seeing like the trinket lockets and the trinket necklaces and putting charms on your bag. I feel like the trinket magpie core culture is going to be really, really strong, especially with the recession. People are going to be collecting things, saving things, and kind of having a mishmash and a collage of different items. So I feel like maximalist jewelry and specifically mixing metals is going to be a huge in for this year. And just like funky jewelry that has color, texture, that's outdated, that kind of jewelry. And on the opposite end of the spectrum, I feel like dainty jewelry is on its way out. I know that people have been really trending about like the Van Cleef stuff. I just think this era of like quiet luxury, clean girl, minimalism will be going out with the recession. It's sort of this like rich dog whistle, and the majority of Americans will not be in that position. So I just feel like minimalism will, like, especially in the jewelry sense, and just having dainty jewelry and just wearing all one color and just a couple of things, like that will be on its way out. That being said, I don't wear any jewelry. For about 10 years of my life, I had like 5 rings, like 5 bracelets, at least 1 or 2 necklaces, and I had like 6 piercings in my ears at all times. And for the past like 5 years, I have not had any jewelry. So also a trend for me, I might not be participating in the maximalist jewelry trend. I feel like it will be big. I am probably just going to keep with my Caroline Kennedy no jewelry vibe. In a similar vein, I feel like analog watches are going to be coming back. I think they're so much prettier, so much classier, so much more unique. And on the other end, I think wearing an Apple Watch, especially out and about with a real outfit, is going to be out. I think it's so tacky. Why do you have an Apple Watch at a wedding? Why are you wearing a gown with an Apple Watch? Why are you wearing a suit with an Apple Watch? I think it's so tacky. I think, or a Fitbit or any of that shit. If you have a smartwatch on at a formal occasion, I think that is so ugly and tacky. My boyfriend has like a Fitbit, and we went to a wedding and I got him just like a leather watch from Coach. You can even get like a fake leather one from Walmart. But I think a fake leather analog watch looks so much classier, so much nicer than a fucking Apple Watch. I just think it's really, I get it for like day-to-days and like work and activity. Like I got a Garmin watch for running. Like I'm not anti smartwatch. I think at formal occasions, and this is coming from someone that literally wore her like G-Shock to prom, out Apple Watches to formal occasions and with real outfits, in analog watches, specifically like vintagey watches, leather bands, charm bracelet bands, like so much cooler, so much classier. My next in are baby doll dresses, like those dresses that like barely go below the crotch, those very like 60s shift dresses, baby doll dresses. I feel like that is going to be a huge thing. I almost put micro shorts as an out, but I do feel like micro shorts, even though I don't really like them, do go with the boho trend. So I omitted that, but micro mini dresses, like little frocks, I feel like are going to be all the rage. And you can do that fall or winter or the summer and stuff, because you could put tights, and I just think like a teeny tiny dress is so chic. No, I know I just said jean trends are out, but I will say another one of my outs are boot cut. I feel like with like the Lorelai Gilmore downtown girl style from the past like 3 years, people have been doing boot cut or like low-rise boot cut for that like Vampire Diaries look. It's an out for me. All right, so opposite of daytime mesh, I do feel like casual tulle will be a big trend in 2025. So like kind of these like ballerina, puffy, tutu style, either dresses or skirts, but I feel like that casual tulle, Carrie Bradshaw, the Carrie Diaries style will be very in. I remember that being kind of part of the boho trend when it came around in like 2007, 2008, and I feel like it will come back again. And I think for people who want to wear like dresses over jeans, it's a way to sort of dip your toe in. My next out are going to be crossbody bags. Wear whatever kind of bags you want. I'm strictly a shoulder bag girl. I think crossbody bags just ruin an outfit. I think it completely ruins the lines of the outfit. I think when you wear it on one shoulder, it hangs really low. It looks a little bit like twee 2012. And I think when you have it across, it just ruins your outfit. I'm like, any outfit I see with a crossbody bag, I'm like, that'd be cuter with a shoulder bag. But I know people have kids and people like crossbodies. They're an out for me, dog. My next in is patchwork in general. Patchwork pants, patchwork dresses, patchwork coats. It fits in with the boho thing. It fits in with sort of recession core of creating your own items, recycling items, upcycling items, that sort of like Great Depression, recession vibe. And once again, we're going into a recession, which is why I also think bohemian core, bohemian style is coming back, because that's kind of like frumpy and thrifted and vintage and that kind of thing. And I think that's what people are really going to be gravitating towards, as no one is making that much money. So I think patchwork is going to become really, really big. I think patchwork is so cool. I think it adds so much to an outfit. So I'm excited to see that come back. My next in is what I'm calling the new peplum. And I guess it's similar to the classic peplum style. I don't super like peplum dresses, but I think sort of baby doll style. I think like Ghani and more like Scandinavian brands do it really well when it's in that like sort of gingham baby doll kind of like smock shirt. And though hesitant at first with the peplum, I think there are cool, breezy ways to style it that doesn't look like business casual 2010. All right, I have 2 more outs and 1 more in. This next out are dupes. I think like small business dupes and that kind of thing is gonna sort of come out of fashion. There's been a lot of like controversy around it. When small businesses are struggling and then these like big conglomerate corporations that are destroying the environment are stealing, I just feel like people are going to become more and more sensitive to that and really start rejecting dupe culture. At least I hope they do. My next in is burnished metallic or oxidized metallics. I think like metallic purses that are like beat up or metallic leather is going to be really in. It's sort of that like McBling meets boho vibe, but I think it will come together to look really cool and pretty. And my last out are huge hauls. I think we are heading toward a trend of underconsumption and DIYs and upcycling and that becoming the trend, and this fast fashion and micro trend and haul culture is just going to become more and more gross as the recession goes on, as people are learning more about the environment and stuff. I think we are on the other side of the hump when it comes to massive haul culture, and we're gonna start getting away from it. At least I could hope. So with that, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, definitely give it a thumbs up and let me know what your ins and outs are for 2025, what you're gonna be wearing, what you're really excited to see, or what you want to leave behind. Also, feel free to let me know if you disagree with any of my predictions, what's going to be in and out for 2025. I'm just throwing spaghetti at the wall and seeing if it sticks. So I'd love to know your opinion. Follow me on TikTok and Instagram if you want to see even more from me. And subscribe to this channel because I post videos every Thursday. With that, have a happy, happy day. And Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah. Bye.